Hey everyone, it's Jake with Cardfight Club. We're revisiting KageROyals, a deck I did a video on a little while ago. It's being replaced with Gold Paladins or Narukami on the Royal Paladin front, and the reason being, fours is a little more expensive to get a hold of, and it's a rare than the Gold Paladin and Narukami clones, which are commons and came 4 in a starter deck, and we get a decent starter, so we're going to dive right into the deck. The new starter is Little Fighter Cron. When a Gold Paladin rides it, you move it to a rearguard column, and you can counterblast one, put it into the soul. Look at the top 5 for a Gold Paladin grade 3. The Narukami version, if you're running that, is Spark Kid Dragoon. The main thing this does, I don't really use it for the second ability unless I want to get it out of the way. Occasionally it hits, not very often. But the main reason is if I ride a Gareth, it moves back, and say I call 2 KageRO grade 2s, it now keeps my Gold Paladin triggers live instead of them just fizzling because I don't have a Gold Paladin on the field. Next up are criticals. We have 4 Blu-ray Draco Kid, nothing special, 5k critical for KageRO. 4 Embodiment of the Spear Tar, same deal, 5k, 15 if you have to boost with them, which hopefully you don't. Then for Gold Paladins we have Silent Punisher, just a 5k critical trigger. And then one of the other bonuses we get, Flame of Victory. This card actually won me a game today because when it's moved to the soul, you can give a Gold Paladin 3k. It doesn't require a Gold Paladin Vanguard, which is a great plus. The main reason is a 10k and an 8k with 2 of your vanilla units is 18, and this can make it 21 for a turn simply by calling it to rearguard and moving it to soul. Today I had a nothing behind my Vanguard. I was able to drop one of these boost a Gareth on my left side, put another one down, boost a Bowman's on my right side, and then play an 8k, and I had 3 21k columns without having any of my Sagramores out. Next up is the grade 1s, and for grade 1s you're going to have 4 bar, nothing surprising, 4 Gareth, and 6 of whichever grade 1 you want. It really doesn't matter as long as it's an 8k. I was really hoping with the new starter decks we'd be getting more 8ks, but it doesn't seem to be happening. The main reason it's all 8ks is we're always swinging for 21. You can't do that without an 8k boost, and the reason I'm not running Conroe and running Cron instead is because the chance that I get a grade 3 is better than getting a grade 1. The chance of me getting a grade 3 with Cron is better than the guaranteed 1 of Conroe because I already have plenty of 8ks. I should be drawing them. If I'm not, I'm just having a bad day. Grade 2s, we have 4 Dragon Knight Nihalim, nothing special, just a vanilla 10k. Then we have 3 Crossshot Garp, and then 4 Bowmans. It's all KageRO Gold Paladin. Probably gonna cut a Garp for the new Gold Paladin Liberator of Silent Skeleton. Just gets my split a little better. Not a huge change that would happen, but it's a little bit. Then lastly, the grade 3s, we have 4 Dragonic Waterfall, the boss of the deck. As a Vanguard, he gets plus 3k whenever he attacks a Vanguard. So with an 8k behind him, it's 21. The whole concept behind the deck, 21 every time, hit criticals, kill people. The second is essentially a Persona Blast. Discard a grade 3 KageRO when it attacks, and it gets plus 10,000 until end of turn. That makes it 31,000. A lot of decks can't hit those numbers themselves, so it's a huge plus, and we have no other way to get Dragonic Waterfalls out of our hand aside from its Persona Blast. Lastly, we've got 4 Battlefield Storm Sagramore. We don't use our Counterblast for anything except maybe for Cron, and this, when it attacks, you Counterblast 1, gets plus 3k. Again, 21k all the time. Just pushing those big numbers constantly. A lot of decks can't keep up with that. And if you're running Narukami, it's just going to be a Plasma Bite Dragon instead. So I played it today. We played a team tournament, and there were 3 rounds, and on my team I had a Gold Paladin, Royal Paladin player, and then I was playing Kage Golds. Round 1, all 3 of my teammates and I won, and I played Spike Brothers. This is the one game where the Flame of Victory put in work because I was able to make two 21k columns, and I saw his hand afterward, and had I not had that, he would have been able to guard out. So that was one of the big factors that I'm glad I switched to Gold Paladins, because the Flame of Victory effect's pretty good. Round two, my team lost, and I lost. I lost to Bermuda Triangles. I got stuck on grade 1 for 2 turns, which hurt, and it wouldn't have been as bad, but I tried grade 1 rushing because that's all I had in my hand, no reason not to play him. And I hit with the first one, and he hit a trigger, so I couldn't hit with any of my other grade 1s, so they were just kind of wasted. And then round 3, my 2 teammates lost, which means my team lost, but I won. I played KageROyal. He misrode for a turn, and it was fairly uneventful. I just kind of pushed in damage, and he couldn't keep up. He retired a couple grade 1s, but no big deal because I've got 14 in the deck. So overall, I like the deck. The improvements are pretty helpful. Maybe it should be able to keep up with cross rides when they come out, because we're swinging 18k, which is still a magic number. So hopefully it stays viable when cross ride comes out. As for the overrides or ride breaks, whatever they're called, I don't know if it'll be able to keep up with those, but until then, I plan on continuing to play this. So with that, see you later.